Hello, welcome to the daily political readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I am here every day of the year at 12 o'clock to do 12 political tarot readings. I actually have a few already that I wanted to talk about today. And I've started, when I have a few to start with, I'm putting them in the description box where the timestamping usually sits, because when I'm done here, I go into the description box, I type in all the questions from today, and I timestamp them so you can just go in, click on what you're interested in, and get in, get out, and that sort of thing. So, but for people in the chat, do put your questions in all caps. Anything in all caps in the chat is how you communicate with me. Other than that, just please type normally when you're talking to others. That way, because people they have whole conversations and are really helpful and supportive of each other. So there's that. 10% of all income that comes into the channel from any source goes to feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. Very important work. Okay. And you guys are just generally awesome. Yeah. Thank you. And to our epic troll slaying moderators. I have to say, today's whole thing, I don't know, it seems awfully tame compared to yesterday's visual theme. And for anybody who's wondering, yes, I'm trying to keep the energy. I'm trying to keep the energy level up, and then we dip down into these awful topics and energy, and then we can come back up. So I do overlays and nails and silly jokes and whatever else. So, oh, and we're using the pre-Raphaelite tarot deck today. So, all right. Let me scroll up and add, because I saw something really good up here, and Kristen from Uncover the News going above and beyond, just bring in all the great information. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you. Okay. I did. I'm a little confused. Stefan Passantino, former White House ethics lawyer, allegedly gave false information to investigators about Trump's failure to report the payments to Michael Cohen. What's the question? Please let me know. Okay. Trump is annoyed with Giuliani for seeking payment for unsuccessful election challenges. Giuliani, we tried to tell you, but do you listen? No. Seriously, it's like dealing with these people is like dealing with someone who is just addicted to their toxic ex. It's like, okay, I'm trying to talk sense to you, but jeez. Don't call him. Don't call him. Don't call her. Anyway. Okay. There was UK is going to open up again. That is fantastic. But there was something in here specifically. Okay. Trump was in contact with insurrectionist leaders on Insurrection Eve by Seth Abramson. Please let me know if there is some kind of problem, difficulty involved with Seth Abramson, because what I've seen of him, the man's a national treasure. But if he's problematic, please let me know. So let's have a look at, all right, first of all, was Trump in contact with insurrectionists? Now, I gotta tell you, I was looking last night. I was looking at the future, trying to. Well, it's really hard to read on yourself, but I was trying to read on the future of the channel. What kind of things are we going to cover? Is there, there'll be things to cover, but should I start focusing on other things or what have you? And what I got was a big no. Oh no, there's so much coming. There is so much coming. Card for the reading. And don't take this the wrong way. We're talking about just stuff that's going to come out and things that are going to happen. The card for the reading was the death card. And then inside the reading itself, it was just things coming up, and it was just all kinds of things revealed, and this drama and that stress and that shock and that surprise and it was like, wow, okay. Apparently, I will continue to have a job to do here for some time to come. But I was actually shocked at the kind of energy I was picking up on. Sixth Eve. Okay, so we'll look at that because that's Seth Abramson. And that was Kristen. Thank you, Kristen. Was he, and will he get in trouble for it? Okay, so I got that down. Kristen, I'll also link to Glenn Kushner's article, Trump Organization Charges Could Open the Indictment Floodgates. I read that this morning. It was good. Actually, that was the first thing I read this morning. It was a good article. I didn't really see anything in it that wasn't already in his videos, but it was a good article. Woodward's book on the last days of the Trump presidency, expected to be released in September. Let's look at that, if that's going to be shocking. Woodward's book on presidency. Coming September 2021. We'll have a look at that. We'll look to see if that's going to have any revelations or anything where it's going to be like, oh, we'll see. Again, thank you, Kristen. Okay. Michael Cohen tweeted, "I repeat, history always repeats itself when it comes to the Trumps. Maybe Rudy Giuliani will finally listen to me now. You're going to be thrown under the bus." That's true. Huh. And Brazil's Bolsonaro implicated in alleged graft scheme as a lawmaker. These autocrats doing illegal things. What a shock. Squatty was asking about Anthony Aguero. Politician, Republican Party. Capitol rioter accompanied members of Congress. And a close ally of Marjorie Traitor Greene took part in the January 6th mob at the Capitol. He's a close ally, but I'm literally not. Does he even have a? It looks like he doesn't even have a Wikipedia page. 3 days ago, Capitol rioter accompanied members of Congress. Video show Capitol rioter translating for the GOP lawmakers during the border trip. Yeesh. Okay, you're going to have to let me know who this guy is. I'm happy to read on him, but I He's obviously a Republican, but was he in office? Is he in office? It's join the okay. I'm not sure what to read on there, but I will have a look. Let's go out here. Okay, got that. Hello, Sheila R. Lucy, will Trump Jr., Eric, and Ivanka be arrested? Well, I guess that could go along with this earlier thing. Well, and you were thinking about Junior. Eric. Ivanka be arrested. Who first? Well, let's see who has the strongest energy on those three. So we'll look at that. And that was Lucy. Great. Thank you, Lucy. All right, that's number 8. I've got some long readings to go through today, but that's okay. Sheila R. Will Giuliani flip on Trump? Okay. Sheila R. will flip on Trump. I just even think about him and I swear I can like smell the alcohol and the it's whew. We'll have a look, Sheila. Thank you. Donna's asking, can you read on the Vatican today? 10 were arrested, including a cardinal. Were they involved with global mob money laundering and property? Isn't that I'm sorry, Donna, isn't that a Google question? Google might have more information on that than I do. Unless it's a big secret, I would check Google out first, but we'll keep an eye on it. I'm sorry, Donna. There's stuff going on with the Catholic Church, but I feel like I'm being nudged to look at these, and we could look at the Catholic Church on another day. And I'll make sure my mom isn't anywhere around. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, Donna. I feel bad when I don't read your questions, but I have to go by intuition, and I'm okay. That's all I'm getting. I'm getting nut. I feel like I'm being pushed over here. Sorry. Oh, thank you, Steve. I feel so bad. I would just read on all of your questions. They usually first come, first serve, and okay, YouTube definitely jumped. So I don't even know where I am. Oh, are you getting a fuzzy picture of me? Well, that was about 10 minutes ago. Okay. Okay, and yeah, Steve, Cash Peters imagery, Trump standing in front of a tidal wave. Polly Wanda, we're going to be looking a lot at the Trump gang and them falling. We've got 2 big questions on that today. So hopefully that'll answer your question. Okay, and okay, the picture quality went bad. Picture fixed. Thank you, Fire Sky. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Still looking for questions. Steve, will McCarthy only assign extremist representatives to the committee? Okay. And that is Steve. McCarthy only assign extremists. Yeah, and I like your wording better. Extremist representatives to January 6th Select Committee. Okay, got it. Thank you, Steve. I've got that down as number 10. Okay, IT guy. Will Ivanka and Jarek leave the country to avoid illegal impact? I read on Ivanka yesterday. I read on this exact, well, the Ivanka version, part of this yesterday. At 40 minutes in, 40, will Ivanka take the kids and go to Tel Aviv? So, and Dave, we already know what kind of energy he has. If Marjorie Traitor Greene likes him, you don't have to go there. No, if he's part of the insurrection, we definitely want to check in on him. Let's see here. Oh, goodness. All right, I've got space for 2 more questions. Holly wants to know anything new on Joy. Okay, Holly in France. I'm still sitting here feeling guilty about the Catholic thing, but I'm getting pushed over here. Okay. Please don't be mad. I feel bad. Okay, Holly, anything new on Joy? Got that. And then the next question. Yesenia. 11 members of the militia group arrested in Michigan. Do they have ties to Trump? What militia group? I'm sorry. I thought the Proud Boys were in the spoiled children. I thought they were in Michigan. Okay, let's try. I'm gonna switch. See if I can. Am I getting? Okay, I might be able to. I might disappear for just a second or freeze for just a second, but I'm gonna switch internet. Hang on. Okay, hopefully that will be better. Oh no, that's just as bad. So sorry. It's so frustrating. I'm gonna have to call them again. You would think I'd be able to get solid high-speed internet in a Chicago suburb. You'd think, wouldn't you? Okay. CC Ryder's asking, are the cyber ninjas in Arizona harvesting Democratic info during the fraud to sell or use to suppress Democratic turnout? Okay. Okay, CC. Cyber ninjas. Because cultural appropriation doesn't matter when you're on the far right. Cyber ninjas, are they selling or using Democrats' information other states? There's talk of it in Pennsylvania, isn't there? Okay, so I've got my 12 questions for today, but we'll have to see. Oh, thank you, Donna. All right. All right, I'm going to scroll down to the end here. Debbie Onis Tarot said she's in Chicago. She said this morning she didn't have internet or cable at 3:30 in the morning. Oh, geez. Yeah, I don't understand why there are millions of people who live here. Anyway. Okay. I'm just having a quick look. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you for letting me know that. And. Okay, just having a double, just checking. Sorry, I just want to check. Hey, Lynott, fellow writer, goes to the 4 o'clock writing group now and then. So many. Lynott has just these fantastic story ideas. Okay. All right. In that case, I will pull out Ye Old Card. We're using the Pre-Raphaelite deck today. I've had this sitting here since January. But all right. So they're flipping around a little bit. So we're using the Pre-Raphaelite Tarot today. And the backs of the cards are very pretty. So, okay. And that is not a real card. All right. Steve, okay, guys, things to do. We'll watch for the answers later. Thank you. Nasty Woman Tarot. I just received that deck last week. Well, I'm going to guess you haven't cut clothes on half of the people or a quarter of the people in this deck like I did. But, Okay. Oh, wait. Solar flare? Barb is saying a huge X-class solar flare has knocked out a lot of radio and communication networks. Oh, that would explain it. Thank you. Okay. So we're going to start at 24. And we're going to start with about 2330. Let's start at 2330. All right. Yesterday we were looking at at 35 minutes in yesterday, how much damage did Don Jr. do to the Trump case by admitting to the perks and saying, well, it's fine. What's the problem? Well, guess who came out and said the same thing? Now she's saying I draw clothes on my cards too, but I also have young kids around. They like getting into my stuff. Yeah. I'm just trying to keep the energy up here and not get, anyway. The Moors militia. We will look at them. I just don't know. I don't think we're going to get it to today, but we'll look at them. I'll make a note about the Moors militia. Oh, what lovely, lovely energy. I'm sure you can guess. Okay. 45. All right. So as I was saying, yesterday at 35 minutes in, we looked at how much damage did Don Jr. do to the Trump case by admitting to the perks and saying, oh, it's fine, no problem. Well, guess who turned around and did the same thing? That would be Trump himself. And it's so confusing. He went from being the tax genius, J for genius, to it's so confusing. How do you even spell? What was it? Who was it that said? Was it Glenn Kushner? Who was it who said, how do you even spell it? T-A, is there a silent Q? That was fantastic. I loved that. So, thank you, Ashley. Yes, I agree. So has Trump, starting out today, has Trump hurt his own case by admitting to all of the perks? Because your lawyer will say, yes, that's a great idea. You should do that. Senior Sniffy. Mm-hmm. Oh, we have questions about sniff powdered sugar today. I put the questions I'm starting with down, they're already in the description box. So we'll be looking at that. But for now, Trump, genius. J for genius. Have you hurt your own case by admitting to all of the perks? I got 2 cards for the middle. And up in the corner, as I've got this, here, I'll use it. I'll grab this. I'll use this one. I've got these cards and they're fanned out, so I only see the corner. And the corner I'm seeing as I'm asking this question is these two critters are looking like, he did what? He did what? That was stupid. I've got cartoon commentary going on the backs of the cards. All right. Card for the reading. Oh, I love this. Page of Cups. Oh, yeah, genius. Here's to you. Jeez. His lawyers, the little people, they're just like, oh. I've never seen I don't know that I've ever interpreted the Page of Cups being the face palm card, but that's what that looks like. That's what that feels like. All right. Oh, hang on. I forgot my card back. All right, Hierophant. Institutions. Oh, wow. See, I've looked at these cards, but I have not looked at them as closely as I thought I did. Okay, when I'm done with this reading, this is based on a painting, and I've got to tell you about this. Fruits of labor. This is a lot darker. I'm guessing the person who put this deck together didn't know the history of this. I was an art history major. So, oh my gosh. Anyway, this is the card of Fruits of Labor. Institution, Fruits of Labor. 2 cards in the middle. I've got, oh, you know how the nine of Pentacles is sitting pretty? And usually the 9 of Cups is a merchant card. But I've got a guy actually sitting. It's a merchant sitting pretty. However, here we have the Hanged. Oops. We have the Hanged Woman. This is not Chad. That is a woman. So, suspension of the company. Bonehead. Man is a bonehead. You know what I say about the cats when they do something dumb? I say, brain the size of a walnut. As it is with Trump. Oh, nice. Page of Wands. Yeah, that was a good idea. I'm just getting this. Yes, look at he's like a Henry VIII wannabe. Where he's standing and the giant symbol and the sending the message, and this deck is a hoot so far. And the Lover's card. Yeah, they don't look happy. That's not a happy couple. Oh, goodness. So the institution is looking at the fruits of his labor. He may have gotten a message from loved ones, is what it feels like, which is, will you start talking about that? But this right here, suspension of the merchant, of the company. Hush. But he can't help it. He's just that awful. Okay, let me take a sip of this, and I'm going to explain to you this card. Why my eyebrows are somewhere up around my very, very high head, hairline. Sheila R., you're not wrong. You're not wrong. What is the topic? We were just looking at, will Trump hurt his own case by admitting to all the perks? All right. Very, very brief art history lesson. Okay, in this deck, they made this the Seven of Pentacles, okay? All right, you got this woman, and she's like leaning on this plant. And usually there it is on top of a column. This is a famous painting. I won't pull it up for you, but if you Google Isabella and her pot of basil, a very beautiful version of this will come up. Okay? So it's like, oh yeah, she grew her basil. She loves her basil. Isn't that great? Fruits of labor. They just tacked on a bunch of pentacles to the front of the pillar. Okay, fine. In the original painting, she's not quite that pleased, if that's the best word to say about her expression there. Where, yeah, loves basil. Big pesto fan. No. In the original, Isabella and her pot of basil, there's a skull on the pot because she was in love. Thank you, Dave. She was in love. Family did not approve. Brothers. It's in here. So I just looked up and it was like, oh, Isabella and her pot of basil, the fruits of labor. Fruits of labor is okay. Interesting choice. The original painting's gorgeous, but okay. Anyway, I thought you'd. There we go. I like that. Read this man. Oh, that is Isabella. Yes. I love that. Okay. Oh, fruits of labor being growing fruits. Yeah. Yikes. Okay, let's go on to the. Okay, now this is going to be a larger reading. Actually, we should. I'm going to move through some of these other questions before we get to those specific readings, because I don't want to run out of time at the end. Yes, Phi. Yes, maybe. I hope, but All right. Let's do Kristen's question at 35. Okay, my internet connection is not great. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do about it, though. So all right. National Treasurer Seth Abramson has said that Trump was in contact with insurrectionists on the eve of the January 6th insurrection. So, was he, and what will happen because of it? All right, three cards. Was Trump in direct contact with insurrectionists the night? Sorry, I love the backs of these cards. He did what? What? Look at the owls. He did what? Sorry, I'm just getting a kick out of this. Thank you, nasty woman. Thank you. That would be a hermit. Was he all on his own, or was he not? I guess is the question. Trump, were you in direct contact with insurrectionists? 8 of... Oh, there are 2 on the ground. I was like, well, there are only 6 swords. No, there's 2 on the ground. Okay, so hemmed in. That's the death card. Good old Ophelia. And the Knight of Cups. They're going to find out. That's a death card. That's being hemmed in. Either communications being hemmed in because of communication, but it can also be being hemmed in by the law or people who are coming after. And this is knights who cups are Democrats. And this is a knight protecting the realm. So that was did it happen? So now we'll ask, what's going to happen? Thank you, Dave. One of these days, I really would love to do a special and have some of the regulars come on screen so we can all see you. So I recognize the names. I'd like to see you. I don't do private readings, so I don't get to meet many of you. But anyway, so Donald, yuck. Oh man, energetically that man is a cesspit. Are you going to get in trouble for being in contact with insurrectionists the night before the January 6th insurrection? I don't care if you feel like that you shouldn't be held accountable. I look down. What? Really? It's going to be like this the whole time. I'll just stop talking about it. Oh, look, it's Ophelia again. And I don't think that's I don't think that's the investigation being dead in the water, as 'twere. This is people died that day. Okay, so Trumpy gonna get into trouble. What have we got here? We've got the King of Cups. All right, so that's could be the Biden's DOJ. We'll see. Or it might. Well, let's see what the other cards are. Here we have the Queen of Wands. So people politically or ideologically wedded to Trump. Oh, he's back. The Page of Wands. I wonder if that's Trump. I wonder if in this deck that's him, because he's so small and pathetic. Oh dear. You know how the Three of Wands is the guy watching his ships come in? So you get what you put out comes back to you? Yeah. I don't know that she's going to get what's on those ships, considering they look like they're about to go down. So, karma, lovely karma. And there we go. There he is, King of Wands. So this would be insurrectionists, the little people, the little people helping him. And Trump getting what he deserves, what he has put out in the world coming back to him. People politically wedded to him, but it starts with a King of Cups. So someone who's, oh no, this is like someone on the committees. I think they're going to be, well, there's a select committee. There's other stuff too. What you have done will come back to you. Hey, Cecilia. Three more cards. Trump facing consequences for his part in January 6th, inciting it, and possibly helping to coordinate the worst of it. Knight of Cups. They're going to be looking at this. This has select committee energy all over it. Legally hemmed in. Oh, who are you? Oh, you are the Ace of Pentacles. Follow the money. Three of Cups. Okay, all this energy it feels like it's channeling right into the select committee. So, all right. Pen. Aha. Okay, 43. Let's look at Woodward's book. Don is saying the government doesn't want you to know the ducks in the park are free. You can take them home. I now have 237 ducks. I don't know what you're talking about, but that is funny. Woodward's book, he's coming out with a book on the last days of the Trump presidency. It's coming out in September of this year. So Woodward's book. I don't think I've ever read on Woodward, have I? I must have. I must have when his other books came out. I just don't remember it. Thank you. Thanks, Katie. Woodward's book. Is it going to be a... Today's readings are brought to you by the phrase, he did what? Charlene, come on, we all know he's involved. Woodward's book. Is it going to be a shocker? Is it going to be a snooze? Oh, great. Now the owls look curious. No, that one still looks kind of shocked, but this one's now looking a little more curious. I've lost my mind, but I lost it so long ago. I'll never find it. Thank you, Holly. C'est rien. The World card. End of the Trump presidency. Well, that was a really pathetic use of the world card. Final days of. Stephanie's, it's called Landslide, The Final Days of. I've seen several excerpts. Very interesting, I would say. Oh, good. Yeah, I don't know about Cece. I don't know about Woodward either. All right, this is the Ace of Wands. Very Rossetti-looking figure there. Well, Rossetti's muse, but anyway. The Six of Wands, which is Trump's idea of victory, because it's women being. Actually, this is Lady Godiva, but it looks like just a naked woman on a horse. I got a Tower card right in the middle, folks. Kaboom. Then I have the Justice card. Pretty sure that's a Justice card. And again, Trump's karma coming back. So Woodward's book, this just feels like normal Trump, but this is the Tower, Justice, Trump facing calamity. I don't know. This could again just be that he lost and he was so upset by it. But well, there is the insurrection. Thank you, Phi. I agree, Nasty Woman Tarot. Wonder how much Woodward's book is going to have any revelations about the Trump White House's involvement in the January 6th insurrection. We need to look at that. Let me just make a note. Woodward's book. Okay. And we're at 4730. How much will Woodward's book reveal about the connections between the White House and the January 6th insurrection? Anything? It's the last days of his presidency. I'm trying to be funny. Oh, I understand. Where was... Okay. Carl's saying I got the Tower too, and his ego will bring his home front down. Makes sense. So will... Okay, 48. Oh, my internet connection today. Oh, scary. All right. Woodward's book, will it... just 3 cards. Will Woodward's book bring out unknown information about the connections between the White House and the January 6th insurrection? That's a sword of truth. That's also very Rossetti. Ace of Swords, sword of truth. All right, 5 of Cups. The Moon. 6 of Swords. Somebody is going to prison, and I don't know exactly who this is. I've got a Moon card, and I've got someone going to prison. I'm not getting anything more specific than that. Sorry, that's all I'm getting. Okay. Did anyone have any more information about Anthony Aguero? Black Cat, Blue Chair. I read along with Autumn. She's extremely accurate. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, that's very sweet of you. Thank you. Could be the insurrectionists. Yeah, it could be. No, it feels like someone going to prison over revelations. I don't know if there are revelations in the. Maybe I was asking about the book. Okay. Carl, this is the Pre-Raphaelite tarot deck. The link is in the description. So, see, nobody seems to have any information on this guy, so I could just do a general reading. There's that first card was the card of disappointment. It may not spill as much tea as we wished, or it may not spill the tea we really, really want, but Polywanda, no. Are my nails elaborate press on nail? Are they a one-time use? No, they're multiple. I wear the same ones over and over, and I take as good care of them as I can. So, yeah, I've got a collection, and I keep them organized. So, anyway. Okay. CC Ryder saying that Anthony's a friend of Marjorie Traitor Greene. Okay, the two of them have apparently worked closely together over the years on causes such as immigration and the border wall. They've also attempted pro-Trump rallies. But he's not he hasn't been, I don't see a Wikipedia page on him. He hasn't been in Congress or even state government. I'm not seeing much information on this guy, but yeah, we'll see what we get. All right. MTG ally. All right, we're at 5330. Okay. Energetically, he doesn't feel. That's the thing when you read at politicians, you get used to a certain amount of energy, because when people think about you or what have you, they're putting bits of their energy into your energy field. And so I read on politicians so often, and there are a lot of people thinking about them, especially if they're in the news. But then I read on someone like this, and suddenly it's like there's nobody here. I mean, there's hardly anybody around. Oh, here we go. 10 of Wands, the burden. Apparently also the booty card. I like big watts. I like big wands, and I cannot lie. All right. Burdened with Trump garbage. All right, Knight of Cups. You've seen you before. Two of Cups, partnership. Five of Pentacles, feeling ejected. Sun card. And the Ace of Pentacles. I'm not sure why I've got Democrats here, but this is feeling, they've gone so far to the right. He and Marjorie Traitor Greene, feeling ejected from the party. But a Sun card, which also has a lot of white supremacy in it, unfortunately, and trying to make money. There's not much energy. So, Carl's saying I also have Moon, Keeper of Secrets. Well, maybe. Let's, maybe he's holding Traitor Greene's secrets. Don's saying we need a heap of tea spilling. I understand. King of Wands. All right, linked to far right. This is the Four of Wands, so that's Trump's base of power. Two of Pentacles. It's weakening the Republican, what the Republicans are doing, and then the Five of Pentacles, just trying to cause mess. I don't know, he just feels like a low-level operative who's just out there being a jerk. Trump-supporting jerk. That's all I'm really getting. If you guys are getting more, let me know. Jolie, insert cricket noises. Exactly. Okay. All right. At 57:45, will Giuliani flip on Trump? Will Giuliani flip on Trump? Because Trump's all mad because Giuliani's asking to be paid. How dare you? How dare you work for me and expect money in return? He's a king. He is an autocrat. He is just like kings of old. He has no loyalty to individuals. Everybody should be loyal to him. He is the king. Oh boy. Giuliani, have a cup of coffee. Seriously. I've got some left. Here, have some coffee. Sober up. Oh, I'm sorry, Stephen. I've got my questions for today. Lover's card, but you noticed how the one's like, what? And the other one's like, whoa, look. That would be them. Page of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. Ooh, Giuliani's worried. Knight of Swords. Worried about legal matters. That's very much looks like prison bars. Empress. Oh, and Isabella's back. Yeah, Giuliani wants to get paid. Land of capitalism. Oh my gosh, are you serious? It's kind of weird. The clouds go across the card. Didn't do it on all of them. That's interesting. Anyway, irrelevant. Yeah, Giuliani has a lot of legal bills too. And Polly Wanda is saying, does Rudy really have a drinking problem? I've read on him, and it was like he was on the floor, stinking to high heaven. Carl, I appreciate you saying what cards you got, but it's your interpretation that's important. And Carl saying my 7 of Wands looks like a man in jail. He wants his money. He needs money. He did stuff for Trump. He needs the money. He needs the money. He needs the money. All right, that's not telling me if he's going to flip. Would flipping on Trump gain him any money? Then maybe he would. Roxanne just said, Anthony ran for the House but lost. Go figure. He's an idiot. I love you guys. Absolutely love you guys. Carl saying, I see partnerships going sour. Well, yeah. So Giuliani, 3 cards, but you flip on Trump. What's in it for me? What's in it for me? 7 of Swords. It's the Thief card. The card for the reading is the Thief card. Ace of Swords. Justice card. No, that's not. That is the Knight. Knight of Swords. So we're talking major legal stuff. Page of Pentacles. He can't afford his lawyer's bills. It leaves him at this serious disadvantage. So he has all of this, the truth coming at him, aggressive law enforcement. And he just doesn't have the money to fight back the way he wants to. Well, if you can't fight back, then flip or go to prison. Is that what we're talking about? Let's see here. Okay, card of disappointment. Let's see what else we've got here. Disappointment. Oh, Queen of Cups. He in his cups. Very much in his cups. Sun card. 7 of Wands, on the defensive for what he did for Trump stuff. I'm getting him being backed into a corner. That's all I'm getting. I'm not getting the flipping part. Maybe he does. Maybe he can't by that point. I don't know. But I'm definitely getting him being backed into a corner. So, okay. At 1:04:30, Steve asked, will McCarthy only assign extremist representatives to the January 6th Select Committee? Apparently, some are saying they're already working on that committee. So, hey, Carl, do you have your own channel? Sally, if you can't afford an attorney, the court will appoint a public defender. Sounds like Rudy might need one. But right now, we're asking about McCarthy. Will McCarthy only assign extremist representatives to the select committee? Because he can only appoint somebody in consultation with Pelosi. But I don't know how much sway Pelosi actually has. That's a death card. What do you mean? Tell me it's not the death of the select committee. Is McCarthy going to appoint somebody who is involved? Well, there's a good idea. The Hermit's Corner. I like that, Carl. It's a good name. Ace of Pentacles. Six of Cups. The Devil card is right in the middle. Don't like that. Page of Pentacles. Minion. Knight of Pentacles. Stronger minion. Okay. This is the card of generosity. Pelosi getting her people in to fight against this corruption. And I've got all kinds of pentacles. Ace, page, knight. So definitely Republicans there. And this is a chance for Republicans to have more of a voice. But I'm not getting wands. I'm getting pentacles, which surprises me. My internet's a mess. I'm sorry, Rebecca. It's just apparently Chicago internet is a mess. So does Pelosi manage to keep the Trump extremists or people who were likely involved out? Evidence. It's all laid out. Pelosi already has an idea who is. I think Pelosi's actually going to lay down the law and say, okay, there's a chance that this person, this person, this person, and this person were involved. They can't be on the committee. And here's my proof. This reporting, this documentation, this tweet. Three of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. Your Jim Jordans and what have you, they want to be on there. But this is very unsteady. This extremism makes the Republicans, makes their power very unsteady. It's a real gamble to put extremists on the select committee, but McCarthy's so blindly ambitious and not doesn't always make the smartest of decisions. Democrats on the committee are fine. They're just there. They are there to get to the truth. Just make sure it doesn't happen again. I'm not getting a lot of vengeance energy off of the Republicans. Okay. Temperance. Okay, I'm getting temperance. I'm getting There's a world card. There's the chariot card. And Isabella's pot of basil. Again, pentacles. I'm not getting extremist energy on the select committee. Let's hope. Let's hope. Sheila, oh, nay. No, Jim Jordan. I agree, but Dawn, Autumn, read for me RE large internet outages. She saw nothing major or lengthy. Okay. Rebecca saying McCarthy's not a very bright man. Yeah, I'm going to have to call them about the internet connection. It's quite frustrating. I'm so sorry. All right, I want to get to some of these other questions here. The bigger readings. All right, so at 1:11:30, will Donald J. Trump Jr., Ivanka, and Eric face the same types of charges over non-taxed perks? Because apparently, for example, the school that Weisselberg's grandchildren was going to, apparently there are other people in Trump org who had kids going to the same school. Thank you, guys. So I want to look at Sniffy Jr., Ivanka, and Eric. So that's 4. I'm gonna pull a bunch of cards. Are they okay? So Donald J. Trump, are you going to face those same perks, charges for those same types of perks? Put Junior down here. Are you going to be charged for those same kinds of perks? And all I get is, okay. Ivanka, are you going to be criminally charged for the same kinds of perks? And Eric's wife is going to put up with nothing. Took advantage of everything she could, takes advantage of everything she can, but yeah. King of Wands, Trump. This is Trump, the man. Hello, boo-boo. And this is how he always did business. So he always did things. And he got away with it. DJT. 6 of Pentacles, so generosity. Knight of Swords, Knight of Swords, so law enforcement. Aggressive law enforcement. 5, this is Hierophant. So perks, aggressive law enforcement in the middle. Perks, it goes like this. Perks at the institution. Aggressive law enforcement. So senior, yes. Junior. 5 of Swords. Four of Swords. 7 of Wands. He's got, it feels like he's got major legal stuff coming to him, but it feels like there's a whole other element to this. Normally this card in the center is quiet as a tomb, which would mean things going quiet, but it doesn't feel that way. It feels like, well, this, I believe this is a painting of, the original of this was a paint without the swords. It was a painting of G.K. Chesterton, the author, who I believe wrote The Man Who Was Thursday. No, Man Who Was, I keep getting mixed up with Thursday Next from the Ford books. But anyway, the man who was Day of the Week, I forget which one. I believe this would be, the original painting was Chesterton dead, but this could also just be somebody who is unconscious, seriously out of it. Thank you, Gerardo. So this is being in defensive and legal difficulties, but this is a whole other level of ick, and it's a very liquid. The energy it's very sticky and liquid, and it's not nice. It's the kind of energy you get with. There's a reason we call Sniffy Sniffy, and we call Sniffy Junior Sniffy Junior. But right now, I think Junior's more out of control than Sniffy Senior is, but that's not saying much. The Man Who Was Thursday. It was right. They were flying without a broom. Thank you. I loved that book. I was a teenager when I read it, but I just loved how all these unexpected things kept happening. And then the floor went out, and they're spinning on their chairs down into the depths of and it was like, what? Anyway, Ivanka, are you going to face legal problems? Debbie's saying, the race to rehab begins. Julie, ick meter. Yeah, definitely. That needle definitely moved. Oy. Okay. Ivanka, 5 of Wands. 4 of Wands. Oh, you're right in the middle of this mess. 4 of Cups. Hello, dear. How are you? Hello, boo-boo. Oh, please do not knock over my protein shake. That would be bad. But you're a good kitty. Can you get rid of the evil energy? Oops, the evil internet energy that's making it not work right. Okay. This last card, this 4 of Cups is in the Rider-Waite card deck. It's the card of refusal. Like, as in, I've already had enough, thanks, I don't want any more. So that's refusal to work with Democrats, but she's right in the middle of this mess. Not only is she a part of the general Trump finger pointing, she'll be a part of that, but this is 4 of Wands is Trump's base of power. It's a card I get from Mar-a-Lago, which is symbolic of Trump's base of power, and she's right in the middle of it. So, excuse me. All right, what about Eric? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think's going to happen to Eric? He's very sweet. 2 of Swords. Two of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Hermit. I keep getting this. It's like Eric walking around the empty business. Like nobody else is there, but he's walking around and the place is empty. Actually, should be this way, left to right. From your perspective, legal decision, Queen of Pentacles. I'll bet you anything that's Lara. Hermit. Lara keeps the worst of the worst from landing on Eric. That's what I keep getting. All right. Somebody's tired. Yes, somebody's tired. All right. Whoa. Oh, there you go. 121. What do the other Trump family members think about, how do I put this? Oh, Katie, I hope you feel better. Thank you, Gerardo. Yes, the good kitty. What do other Trump family members think about Junior's powder use? Let's put it that way. I won't go individually through them. Excuse me, I just want to get a general idea. What do the other Trump family members think of Sniffy Jr.'s alleged powder use? Powder donuts. There's the family dynasty. Okay, we've got the right energy. Oh, 7. Yeah, this is actually a pretty good choice for this card. 7 of Cups, the Illusion Delusion card. This is I believe, is this a Waterhouse painting? Anyway, that's Pandora. Letting out all the icky stuff. Which would be a good card for what Junior's done. Oh, there's a Lover's card. So it's not just the use of powdered sugar donuts. It's the girlfriend is not the best influence. There's Father in the center, King of Wands, 8 of Swords, legally hemmed in. Oh, he's going to get worse the more he's hemmed in. And once again, we've got Isabella and her pot of basil. We've got Isabella, her 7 pentacles, and her head in a pot. And I don't mean her own head in a pot. They're used to a certain amount of chaos because of their father. He's making all kinds of bad life choices. And he will be legally hemmed in, but so will they all. And so he is resting on his family money and potentially a coffin. He's making a lot of bad. It's not just this. I figured they were just like, yeah, whatever about gargoyle, but apparently not. Exactly, Sheila. You mean the best is yet to come isn't good enough for them? I guess so. All right. I do want to ask 125. Has addiction, and I'm not just limiting this to Junior, but has addiction blown a huge hole in the Trump fortune? has addiction blown a huge hole in the Trump quote-unquote fortune. Yeah. Yep. The owls are up all night, and the peacocks look really tired. I can give you a hint here because the fifth card, I was showing you the backs, the fifth card in this reading, the end card, it's a tower. Five of Pentacles. This is this has become the card of finger pointing. I didn't do it. They did it. I didn't know. I didn't who, what, huh? Weisselberg? I don't even know his title in the company. Oh, we're back to the Five of Swords. Oh, we got the Five of Swords and Isabella again. Fruits of labor, as 'twere. Trump in the middle again. Do I have to reshuffle? Empress. Tower. You're in a land of plenty. You've had access to banks, loans, bank loans, people making multi-million-dollar deals. You've been, there has been so much abundance available to you, and you blew it because you're inept and you're a narcissist, and you basically got by on your father's money. All that wealth. Think of all the millions of dollars that have gone through their fingers over the years. Hundreds of millions of dollars that have gone through. Sorry. Narcissism. No thought about children ever. Yep. So they've also destroyed interpersonal relationships for what it's worth. But all that availability, and you just, because of the corruption at the center. And this is a fish that rotted from the head. All right. Well. Oh, wait. 129. No thanks, we already got one. Okay. Lucy was asking, will Junior, Eric, and Ivanka be arrested? Or who first? Yes, Valerie, all that good they could have done with the wasted money. I agree, Alexandra. If anyone deserves to be broke, it's that family. Yep. Frida Smet saying too much and never enough. Yep. The title of the Mary Trump book. Junior, Eric, and Ivanka be arrested. 3 cards. I just want to start just with this. Tower. The company's toast. Gone. Put butter and jam on it. Margarine and vegan butter and jam on it. It is toast. Sheila R. is saying money and power destroyed that family. Actually, I don't think so. I think it was narcissism and selfishness. I think that's dishonesty. I think that's what destroyed that family. Greed. cruelty, dishonesty, narcissism. Oh, Empress. 6 of Pentacles. No, those are then perks, and there's Trump the man. Again, abundance. But also, that's also Ivanka. Trump the man. And those are the perks. This is the company going kaplooey. But let's just do 3. Let's look at Junior, Ivanka, and Eric again here. Are you going to be arrested? Do you get your own perp walk? Are you ready for your close-up, Mr. Tamil? And I know that's not how that quote works, but just bear with me. Okie dokie. Will you be arrested, Don Jr., Don Jr.? Will you be arrested? Will you be arrested, Ivanka? At latest in Ivanka's designer handcuffs, her bracelets. Eric, will you guys be arrested? Oh, that's an institution. Junior, gonna visit the big house. Normally this is a card about worrying to go to jail, but in this deck, that is a jail. Oh, by the way, in this deck, this 8 of Wands, I love this card. I love this card. Look how beautiful that is. Those beautiful butterflies. I love that. But it's 8 Wands flying through the air. And Queen of Cups. I swear it's protect Ivanka. It's also debauchery with the girlfriend. Not immediately. There's real worry about him going to prison, but they're going to throw everything they've got at it, and he's going to sink deeper into his cups, as 'twere. Ivanka, are you going to be arrested? 3 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. She's got Kushner. World card. Oh. This was the plan. This is the corrupt business she was a part of. She does have Kushner to fall back on, but no. Her life as she knows it is done. Done. Eric, are you going to be arrested? 10 of Cups. Happy family. Knight of Swords. No, Page of Swords. Yes, sorry. Page of Swords. 8 of Swords. He's hemmed in. But it's like he's more, this feels more like the voluntarily hemmed in, and this is, it's Lara. She's going to tell him, cooperate. Do this, do that. You save yourself. Forget about them. Almost feels like Lara becoming the armchair lawyer. Same energy. Oh, but Ivanka, you're done. So, yeah, but they're definitely going to be threatened with it, and if they're not already being threatened with it, and they're going to throw everything they've got at it, trying to stop it from happening. So it's going to take some time. It'd be great if we could see them. We saw Weisselberg walked. It'd be great if we could make this a weekly thing. But Sheila R. saying those poor kids, what they were born into. The grandkids, yes, I agree with that. But the adult children, Donald Trump's adult children, they could have walked away. There are people who've been in really abusive, were raised in the most abusive households you can imagine, who walked away and became decent members of society. They were so disgusted by the grift and the greed and this was their choice. So, all right. That's going to do it for me for today, but thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here, hanging out with me. I'm sorry about the internet thing. I'm going to go call. I'll call them. But I will be back here tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Hopefully my internet will be working. And I'll be over at Book Art Media doing the writing group. As usual, working on my mystery novel. Yes, writing a mystery novel. And this is Boobos and Kitty. Hi. And I'll be back tomorrow. Hi. Okay. You're so good. Oh, thank you, Carl. No, don't lay on the... Every time you lay on the keyboard like that, you suddenly I've got 4 windows open and Windows is asking me if I'd like to reset the whole system. Quit it. Okay. That's going to do it for me. Have a great rest of your day. Dear heart, you're okay. Somebody tired? Is that what's going on here? It's okay. It's okay. You're a nut. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. See you tomorrow. Oh, precious. It's okay. It's okay.